What's going on, everybody? This is Gen716 back here again, and today I want to quickly recap the XFL game between the New York Guardians going against the DC Defenders. Of course, both these teams are going 1-0 in the Eastern Conference. But DC was able to come out this thing and completely, absolutely demolished the New York Guardians, and they made the New York Guardians look very, very pedestrian. And DC, again, it's week 2. It looks early, but right now they look like one of the two best teams, top 2 teams in the league, like we saw last week. We saw Cardale Jones become very efficient. I felt like he actually had a better game than I thought he did week 1. I felt like he was going through his progressions a lot more. He missed some throws here and there, but for the most part, we saw him scrambling out the pocket, really use his size to his advantage. Was able to make some really, really nice tight throws to his receivers, getting like Ross the ball, Tompkins the ball a lot, and letting those guys do what they do after the catch. That was really great. They got some success in the run game with Presley and Donnell Pumphrey. Those guys did a great job running the ball, even though, again, it's not the greatest running job in the world. Again, Pumphrey had 52 yards on 12 carries, but otherwise they was able to have some success in the running game. I thought they did a much better job than I thought they would do week 1, so that's really, really good. I would say the offensive line gelled up a lot better. I know they struggled with the Guardians, especially in the first half, but they came out in the second half, and just like how they did against last week against Seattle, they became a much better football team in the second half. I definitely feel like the crowd, the home field advantage, definitely gave them something. That's also one thing I was also impressed with. I know the numbers were down a little bit as far as attendance. I actually could be wrong about that. I don't know. It looked like the attendance looked a little bit down, but I did notice a lot of fans in different levels compared to what I saw last week, but the energy was there. The energy was there for the players. I just feel like that place is just a great atmosphere for DC. But again, the crowd I felt like was really good, and just this team looked better overall. Just really coached, really coached well, and the talent is there. You saw Matt Elam make plays. Raheem Moore made some plays. The front seven made some phenomenal plays in the front. And they made Matt McGloin look pedestrian. I mean, of course, Matt McGloin, he's not the greatest quarterback in the world, but Guardians fans expected him to be better. DC fans and DC players and coaches expect him to be better. And Matt McGloin just did not execute. He missed throws. Of course, not all of it is on him, but yeah, the majority of it, for the most part, it's on the coaching staff. Matt McGloin, the offensive line, the receivers couldn't get any separation. The entire game plan for this offense was complete and utter trash. It was garbage. Heard some things too that I've really never heard from a quarterback before. Of course, all on live, all on audio. Matt McGloin really calling out the coaches from game planning. Hey, I mean, listen, man, you're not. Hey, it's not a guaranteed contract for you, man. I mean, you can get cut anytime. So, and he was benched. He was benched. They went in a different direction, but overall, you got to feel really bad for the Guardians, especially the fans, especially going into week 1, coming off of a great win, having around almost 20,000 people there. You got a lot of supporters that are starting to get in your team now, that's starting to believe, especially because, again, the New York teams are not really great. So all of a sudden, a Guardians team comes in, you think they're really good, and then all of a sudden you get demolished by the DC Defenders 27-0, not even getting a point. That is absolutely embarrassing, and that's unacceptable. But overall, DC looks like potentially the best team in the league. We got to see what the Houston Roughnecks do. But overall-wise, Cardale Jones, Pumphrey, Tompkins, Ross, Raheem Moore, Matt Elam, a lot of those guys on that defense, the coaching staff did a phenomenal job. The crowd did a great job of just bringing the energy. And, of course, I know for Washington, D.C., they need a team besides really the Capitals and the Nationals. I know the Redskins have not done that great, but who knows, man. The way that D.C. is playing, they could definitely walk out the West. I'm sorry, I'm not too sure if they're in the East or West, but they can definitely walk out, potentially compete for a championship towards the end, because they're definitely looking like a top 2 team. So otherwise, that's all I got for you guys today. Just a quick recap for you guys. If you guys want more XFL coverage, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, share the video. It really helps out the channel a lot. And that's all I got for you guys today. This is Gen716. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.